It's Labor Day weekend, but no one's here. Weird. Let's give this a try. The water level is so low. What the hell happened with all the weeds? They were literally just new like 2 weeks ago or something. Is that a dead turtle right there? I don't even know what that is. God, it looks disgusting though. Whatever it is, looks like it's been there for a while. Ooh, that's a fish. Alright. It is a fish. My reel's being weird. There we go. It's my first ever trickworm fish. Okay, that was an absolutely strange fish. That's my first ever. I think I want to do some surgery on this guy, but okay, that is off a trickworm. Okay. Well, there he goes. See ya, bud. Wow, but my first ever trickworm fish. That is, I'm happy about that. Wow. That was the strangest fish catch in the world because it was so lethargic. He just kind of picked it up, and I saw my line just like barely moving. I'm like, wait, is that a fish? And I just kind of lifted up into the fish, and he was on. So that was weird. And that's just the Zoom trickworm. Obviously, it's a legendary worm. Not quite legendary, but it's a quite famous worm. That's the spread grass color. It's kind of pitched it out right here. So that's fish number 1. My reel was whacking out, so I need to tighten that down a little bit. But so should maybe be targeting some of these weed patches or whatever. Because that's literally where that fish was. Literally the second it hit the ground, it just started to move. So I'm like, assuming that they're probably staying around these weed patches or weed beds or whatever. So probably should be the important part today. That's probably where they're gonna be holding for the majority of the time, because there's literally nothing here across the spink line. The water level's down a couple feet, so it's a little weird, but kind of was right there to be holding on like grass or something today, so I was alright with that. That's really cool though. It's my first ever trickworm fish. I've never managed to catch one off a trickworm, so it's awesome. And also I've never really caught many fish out of this pond with plastic in general, so or just any kind of lure for that matter in general. So knowing that one bit, making me feel pretty good actually about this lake with plastics and everything still. So as you guys can probably tell from most of my videos here, most of my videos lately, most of my fishing is live bait, just because that's what I usually catch fish off, and that's no wonder it was weird. It's tangled. It was wrapped up around here. So still stick with this bank. I'm gonna try down over here, this side though. So I've never really caught many fish off on this side, so I kind of want to change that. Ooh, the one just turned right there. I hope the camera picked that up, but there's definitely one here. Isn't too big of a fish, but still a decent fish. I hope the camera got it. Not sure if it did, but I hope it did, because that was super cool. It just kind of came up and like belly rolled, which is really cool. It's a lot of weeds. There we go. Fish number 2 off that trickworm. Oh, bottom lip too. That's right where you want them. Oh, that is awesome. Fish number 2. Yeah. Okay, he won't calm down. There we go. It's fish number 2. Got him on that good spot of the lip. That's a nice fish. What I've been kind of noticing too, guys, with these fish is they've usually been hitting them right as the bait hits the ground. So I don't really do much moving with the bait. Because with this one, I literally just drop it down. Yeah. I usually just drop it down, hits the ground, all of a sudden the fish just grabs and takes off. That's what kind of this fish did and the previous one did. That's a really pretty fish actually off the trickworm. Again, it's that spread grass color. I don't even know where a good spot to drop him is. You know what? I'll just throw him in. See you, bud. So fish number 2. I'm not sure if that's the same fish I saw turn up here. Do the belly turn, but still super nice fish though. This rig, it's just basic Texas rig. I think it's about 1/8 ounce weight or something lighter probably. Definitely lightweight. But then just your 3/0 EWG hook. But yeah, and then main catalyst of the whole rig is just that sprayed grass trickworm. And I'm just doing your standard Texas rig. You're just in through the head, out, thread. You guys know the whole deal. A lot of you guys have seen this rig already and fished it playing hams before. That's the second fish I caught off cover too, and this bug is freaking annoying me. So what I noticed is both of these fish that I've caught have been around structure or holding 2 structures. That's just kind of some like branches sticking out, and I was holding right underneath it. The last one I caught was on a pile of some weeds. So that's just confirming my theory even more of where these fish are holding, just around cover or structure or weeds or whatever. So that's kind of where I'm assuming these fish are holding. So I'm just going to be continuing to find stuff like this around the bank line or whatever, just fishing them. Oh wow, he just hit the water. Oh shit. I fell over a tiny fish too. Thank God I didn't fall in. Got my phone in my pocket. It's not even that big of a fish and I fell. Oh man, that hurt. Again, that one just hit the waters in that same spot too, so. Oh man. You made me fall, dude. Oh dude, that hurt. Again, small fish. It was funny too. I was about ready to say something. All of a sudden, I saw my line take off. I'm like, wait, that's a fish. But anyway, what I was gonna say is I thought today was gonna be a pretty hard day to catch these fish, but that's 2 fish back to back. That is insane, guys. And usually, I'm not really doing a retrieval with this. It's kind of just hitting. It's like hitting the water. It's going all the way to the bottom. That's kind of when they pick it up, is right as it hits the bottom. So I'm not sure why they've been doing that, but it's what's happening. That's fish number 3 down in the course of like 10, 15 minutes being here. So that's pretty cool. I got cuts all the way up and down my leg. That's fun. Have to wash that off when I get home. I might have water. I need to wash that off now, just so I don't get infected. Make sure it doesn't get infected. Ah, shit. Missed. Oh, that's all the way down my shoe. It's cold. Yeah, antibiotics or anything with me. That'll be fun though. Well, if you guys can tell, my voice is a little weird today. I've had a cough the whole day. My voice is a little raspy, that's why. Let's get back to fishing. Huh. Turkey hot dogs, I'll keep that in mind. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm telling you, you slice them like
Yeah, I've heard stories, a bunch of stories from like a bunch of like locals here about it.
Turkey hot dog for 99 cents. Go buy you a couple packs, throw them in the freezer. I have an outside fridge or whatever. Bring them down, cut them. Frozen's good because it stays out, and he's gonna jerk you.
Yeah, actually, I'll have to check that out because I've always wanted to catch it. So.
I thought before the guys were joking, and I said, turkey hot dog. We're coming down here because we have both. We do shark, we got tuna.
Oh yeah,
I never heard of turkey hot dog.
yeah. Yeah, they do have. Like it's just like right in front of the in front of it, right? Alright everybody, that does it for today's video. Kind of got less productive later in the day, but I still ended up catching 3 fish. Again, off these Zoom trick worms. Definitely check these out. These are killer baits. I love the durability on them, love the plastic, love the feel. Also love how they catch fish too. It's so awesome. Definitely be trying using these more. The more lakes I go to fish at. But yeah, definitely give these guys a try if you haven't already. Also, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, definitely go ahead and feel free to. Feel free to drop a like, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.